Spring Awards concert. Before we get started with all the festivities this evening, I want all of you to join me in taking out your cell phones and please turn them on silent, okay, or to vibrate so they don't make any noise. Tonight's concert is being recorded by SDTV. I don't know if you noticed a table out front, but they are selling copies of tonight's concert for $10 pre-order. Those will be delivered to the band room at Southwest and distributed to your students if you would like to do that. So if you, it's a great keepsake, and you're going to hear a lot of good music tonight that I think you'd want to continue to listen to. So tonight we'll be featuring our 3 concert bands at Southwest, the Southwest Blue Band, Southwest Orange Band, and Southwest Symphonic Band. Tonight you're going to hear music ranging from Japanese folk music to selections from Broadway musicals, movie soundtracks, composition by an Arkansas composer, and selections from a classical piece of music. We're also going to be recognizing some of our outstanding musicians in all 3 groups, as well as our 9th grade class. So without further ado, we're going to start the concert tonight with the Southwest Blue Band and their first selection, King's Tree Overture. At this time, we're going to recognize some of our outstanding musicians. We're going to present awards for Outstanding 9th grade musician, Outstanding 8th grade musician, and Most Improved Musician. You're going to hear the words hardworking, dedicated, wants to do the best that he or she can do. Our first award today is going to be our Outstanding 8th grade musician. This young lady is in the band room all the time, practicing, and it makes me smile. It's a good thing. She's made also a ton of improvement along the way, but has maintained a high level of musicianship the entire year. Our outstanding 8th grade musician for the Southwest Blue Band this year is Miss Megan Roberts. Our next award is the Outstanding 9th grade musician. I don't know of a sweeter young lady and more willing to do whatever it takes to do what she needs to do to make our group better. She's been a delight to have for 2 years. I'm going to miss her when she moves up next year to Har-ber High School. Our outstanding 9th grade musician for this year is Miss Caitlin DeLau. If you ask my students, they'll tell you that I'm honest and sometimes brutally honest. There's no reason to dance around a subject. It's better to be direct and tell them exactly where they are as far as a musician and what they need to do. Our last award this evening is Most Improved Musician, but it also should be titled Musician or Student Who is Finally doing what she's supposed to be doing and working hard. And lo and behold, with practice comes results and improvement. Our award for Most Improved Musician is Miss Jordan Hendricks. Our next selection this evening is a Japanese folk song entitled Sakura. When we were preparing for concert assessment this year, I went to our music library to find a selection to practice sight reading, and pulled this out, and our students liked it, so I thought, let's just put on a spring concert. You're going to hear a lot of traditional, the traditional scales of Japanese music, and it kind of opened our eyes to a new world, new culture of music that's out there. So here is Sakura, arranged by Michael Story. At this time, we'd like to recognize our ninth graders that are in our blue band. We're going to call their name and present them with our ninth grade award and have them stand across the front. If you could all hold your applause to the very end, we'd appreciate that. Our first ninth grader this evening is Eric Alvarado. Ricky Bishop. Armando Casillas. Connor Colbert. Lorena Davis. Caitlin Delau. Josh Deese. Russell Denzer. Eric Garcia. Faith Inbody. Diana Martinez. Michelle Ponce. Sam Robinson. And Dora Alicia Rodriguez. There are also two other students that could not be with us this evening for various reasons. One is Levi Dykes and Rosario Rodriguez. Please give a warm thank you of applause to our ninth grade classmates. As we were loading our equipment truck today, or after we loaded our equipment truck, we had a couple of minutes to talk with the Blue Band. And one of the things we discussed is the progress that this group has made over the entire school year. It's been amazing. If you remember our first concert back at Cougar Fiesta, to the sounds that you're hearing now on stage, that just shows the hard work that they've done all year long. And we are ending our year with the hardest piece of music that we have played this year. It's one of my favorites. We're going to close our portion of tonight's concert with At the Crossroads by Robert W. Smith. Obviously, there'll be a short little setup change, and then we'll bring the Orange Band on the stage. But here is At the Crossroads.
Hello, good evening. I am Omar Alonso, and I am the assistant band director at Southwest Junior High, and I direct the Orange Band. And our first tune that we're going to play is called Cavada, and it's by W. Francis Macbeth. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun teaching for my first year. I experienced a lot of highs and lows, and getting to work with students that are very close to my age was very different. When I first walked in, they thought I was a student, and so did the teachers. I think that was the fun part. But with our highs and lows, we had fun. They got to know my good side, and they've also seen my bad side, which was not very often, but they saw it a lot in the last couple of weeks to prepare for this concert, and we pulled it through. Right now, I'd like to announce the awards for Orange Band. The first award I'd like to present to our most improved 9th grade musician. This musician moved into my band from marching band, and she is a great, great leader, and she was very motivated, and she did very great. She was very close to making it to Symphonic band, but she still does a lot, and she steps up as a section leader. So this award goes to Helen Gonzalez. My next award is for my outstanding percussionist. This percussion player I've had for 2 years, and never once did this percussionist ever complain about whatever part they got. They did what they were told all the time, and they came after school for help, and they just always did what was needed for the best of the band. And this award goes to Audrey McLean. This next award is for my outstanding 8th grade musician. Sadly, my 8th grade musician is not here. He is sick, and he's been sick for the past couple of days. So, but the award goes to Caleb Womack. He's my first year trumpet player that's not here, and he's an outstanding student, really stepped up a lot this year. So please give him a hand. This next award goes to my outstanding 9th grade musician. I didn't get to really know this student until about almost the end of the first semester during the fall. And she's very, very quiet. And man, she can play like a monster though. She's awesome, makes a great sound on her instrument. And she has, again, never once put herself in front of others. She's always put the band. Comes after school when I say, you need to work on this, you need to work with your section on this. She comes and does exactly what I ask. And this one goes to Diana Grana Ramirez. And this last award is for my most improved 8th grade musician. This musician you will always find in the band room after school or before school, or sometime trying to find me to see if I'm going to stay after school to practice. So this one, he definitely deserves this. He's always asking me every day, what's something I can improve on? What's something I can get better on? And I critique him all the time, and he does it all the time. He gets help from other students. He just wants to be the best, and I'm going to be so sad to see him go to a different school next year. This one goes to Angel Lopez. Our next piece that we'll be performing is The Phantom of the Opera by Andrew Lloyd Webber, arranged by Johnny Vinson. We had a lot of fun trying to put this together. It was a lot. This is probably our hardest piece we've ever put together, and they worked really hard for it. So here it is. All right, so now is our part of the portion to hand out our plaques for our ninth graders that are leaving us, sadly. Mr. Watt, will you come up here and help me? Our first one goes to Roberto Andaluz. Our next one goes to Hannah Brado. Salvador Caballero. Up next, we have Anthony Caldera. Destiny Castleman. Katie Dickey. Luke Irvin. Luis Franco. Jamar Gatewood. Heido Galcin. Helen Gonzalez. Sebastián Gordillo. Quinn Grafton. Diana Grana. Rebecca Grinder. Casey Hollingsworth. Brandon Langston. Lynn Lee. Diego Magaña. Danette Magnon. Manuel Martinez. Audrey McMorrin. Celina Moreno. Fernando Mota. Marcos Núñez. Aaron Osterman. Vanessa Perez. Daniel Petuelli. Peyton Priest. Moises Ramirez. Jose Angel Ramos. Mahina Rax. Yolanda Salas. Meredith Saltz. Saul Sanchez. Kel Smith. Andrew Tillis. Antonio Tinajero. Rafael Toche. Jonathan Torres. Sandibel Torres. Vanessa Vega. Jamel Victoria. And our last one, John Feng Zong. We also have two more people that were not able to be here, and those are Brandon Watson and Nicole Cassidy. So please give them a round of applause. The last piece that the Orange Band will be performing will be Ghost and the Attic by Rob Grice. This is a very, very fun piece, very percussion-esque? Yes, percussion-esque. So I think we have a lot of fun with this one. It's probably my favorite piece that we're doing, and I hope it's theirs, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for coming.
Our final group to perform this evening is the Southwest Junior High School Symphonic Band. Our first selection is a favorite of mine for two reasons. First of all, The Cowboys is a movie that had John Wayne in it, and I'm a huge John Wayne fan. He dies in this one, but I'm still a fan of it. It's a good movie. The second reason that I love this song is this is the first song I played as a member of the Springdale High School Marching Bulldog Band back in 1987. Miss Ellison was our director, and we started off in the corner of the football field, and we played this and marched kind of diagonal across the field, and I was 14, 15, didn't know my right foot from my left foot, but when I hear this music, it just reminds me of the wonderful memories I had in that ensemble, in that group. So here's the Southwest Junior High School Symphonic Band and theme from The Cowboys. Our next selection, Jungle Dance, was premiered by the Har-ber High School Wind Ensemble in Chicago, Illinois at Midwest Clinic in 2011. I was very fortunate to be a part of the team that worked with those students and prepared them for that concert. It was a wonderful experience and got to know this and the other selections very, very well. But this one kind of stuck with me, and it's catchy as you're going to find out. Our conductor this evening for this piece is the same gentleman that premiered this piece in Chicago. He's the director of the Har-ber High School Bands. Very good friend and a fantastic teacher. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. Jeremy Ford. It's a very catchy piece of music, isn't it? It's a lot of fun to play. Our third selection this evening takes its title from a Kipling poem. I've been thinking how to tell this story without getting in trouble. 4 years ago, I married a choir director. And yes, I think she lost a bet, but nonetheless, she's stuck with me for 4 years, and she's introduced me to the world of choral music. Not that I didn't get involved with because I worked with choir directors, but when you hear it at home a lot, you're exposed to it, and it's something that was new to me, a new world. And she introduced me to this composer, Eric Whitaker, who is probably one of the most performed composers today in the band and choral world. We performed a piece of his at contests, if you remember Luke Sarumke, and the kids really enjoyed it. And we just decided, let's find something else, let's play something else. So we picked a selection. It's a beautiful piece of music entitled The Seal Lullaby. Before we recognize our ninth graders in the symphonic band, there's a group that I would like to also recognize, and they're a small group, but they are still very important. It's our loading crew. These are 7 students who stay after football games, drive back to Southwest, help us unload the trailer and trucks. So we're not out till midnight on game nights, and they're very hardworking young men. We have a little something for them after the concert. We can give them. It's a $10 gift certificate to Sonic. But I just want to recognize these young men. They are, and please stand, Colby Crown, Riley. Yes. Riley Carson. Here's Riley back over there. Jarrett Newsom. Jarrett should be over there. There's Jarrett. Noah Wayne. Noah. Joel Casey. Brandon Watson, who is not here tonight, and Kale Smith. Kale, would you please stand? You guys come see me after the concert. We'll give you the certificates. And now to recognize our outstanding 9th grade class for the symphonic band. Again, we're going to call them up here one at a time and hand them their award. If you could please kind of hold your applause. I know you're excited, but hold your applause to the end so we can recognize them all together as a team. That's what they've been, a fantastic team for us all year long. Our first student is Zoe Benson. Becky Kalea. David Carricher. Jesus Carrion. Joel Casey. Nick Cross. Colby Crown. Bailey Darrow. Drew Dodson. Hawk Dykes. Nathan Enos. Tyler Finney. Kenesha Greep. Jacob Hutchison. Zach Kraus. Gabriel Laredo. Michael Matthews. Maddie McKim. Nixon Phillip. Clara Puente. Luis Rodriguez. Josue Romero. Katie Stair. Katie Thomas. Jonah Thornton. Cassie Willis. Zane Winfrey. And Brian Zimmerman. Please help me in saying thank you to this wonderful ninth grade class. If you give me just one moment to say a few thank yous before we play our last selection. I want to thank first of all, our principals, assistant principals here tonight, faculty and staff at Southwest Junior High School. To being successful it's a team effort all the way around, and we do appreciate our teachers, our staff, our administration for all the work and help that they give us through that school year. I want to thank Mr. Jeremy Ford, who you met tonight. He's, like I said, a wonderful friend and a fantastic co-worker. Mr. Morse, the assistant director at Har-ber High School, for his help and expertise. Jan Bozeman, who's come back and helped us numerous times with if I had sick babies that had to be at home, she was there to help. And we love having her around and hope she stays with us and continues to help us out. Jerry Bozeman for his help this year. Lowell Cavender, he's the assistant director of Springdale High School. He has come over from time to time to help us out. Danny Darrow, our band director at Helen Tyson Middle School, who is in his second year with us and doing a fantastic job. Thank you all very, very, very much for your hard work and your continued help pushing these young kids to be their best. We really appreciate it. There's one more thank you I have. 17 years ago, I started my teaching career in Harrison, Arkansas. I had an 8th and 9th grade junior high marching band, 110 kids, 1 tuba. We had 35 trumpets and 25 flutes. It was the marching trumpet and flute band. And it was just me against them. And I thought I knew it all, and they knew that I didn't. And it was a fun year. But 17 years ago, it seemed like it was yesterday, but 17 years ago was a long time ago. We were very fortunate to have with us, finishing his first year, Mr. Omar Alonzo. I've been around now long enough to know and see talent, and this boy's got it, and he's going to be fantastic. As we all know, as we work through our profession, there's things that we have to learn and gather knowledge and pick up things and put them in our tool bag to use, and he's doing that with great speed and success, and he's been a fantastic co-worker this year for his first year. Like I said, he's going to be a dandy, and I'm excited to watch him grow as a teacher, and he's already a good friend, and our friendship will continue to grow also. But I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Alonzo for his help this year with my first year and my first year here at Southwest. Our last selection was picked by my 2-year-old daughter. We watch a TV show at my house called Little Einsteins, and this was the music of one of those episodes. Selections from Igor Stravinsky's The Firebird. Again, we have DVDs for sale out front. Thank you so much for coming out here and supporting these young people and their hard work, and we will see you guys next year. Thank you so much again for coming out.